Okay, welcome to Space Engineers, everybody. We are on episode 18, and as you know, episode 17 was just a bunch of construction. And off camera, I've been doing some construction on the Harbinger. As you can see, we've got a lot more plate in place, and there's a little bit more interior lighting in place so that we don't have to do this in the dark. And in this episode, we got a few things we need to do, and look who woke up. It's Dusk. Hey, Dusk.
Hey, everybody.
All right, so,
Whee!
Dusk, some stuff has happened since you were on last. As you can see, the Harbinger has a bit more plates, as you heard. You'll also notice the scrapper is attached to the outside, not on the inside right now.
Oh, nice.
I did that for two reasons. One, because I've been grinding down the goblin, and two, because I needed a space to work, because I need to work inside there, and it just was a lot easier zipping around and welding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I told you by messaging, that it's been pretty quiet as far as cargo stuff is concerned. Just a couple of ore carriers went by earlier, and they were owned by the spiders. I think we're on the edge of spider territory. That's my theory. Because I haven't seen anything that wasn't a spider. And
Well,
so
that would make sense on why we're not finding any shipping lanes. I mean, nobody would want to go to this area if it's spider territory.
Yeah, well, the problem is the rest of my salvage is currently 40 clicks on the other side of spider territory, because apparently we flew through here to hook up with you. So, yeah. Which is why I'm trying to get some plates on this thing, because I'd like to, at very least, get a little bit more armor plating on the outside of the Harbinger, so that if they do decide to do something stupid, we at least aren't going to get the guts ripped out by a bunch of gat fire. Okay, so I have an idea. I know you considered you wanted us to use this as a forward operating base down here on the asteroid.
Well, more like at least a start. I mean, if it's not going to be cost effective to build it up, then I say we just scrap it down for parts.
Well, I'm thinking, since the Harbinger decided to shoot the only source of power generation off of the top of this thing, it's going to eventually run out of power, and when it does, it's going to be toast. So I'm thinking salvage. Salvage everything out of there, because the beds, we're going to need those when I do the quarters section of the ship. So, I mean, I know there's something, those are things that technically we can build from scratch, because they don't have any parts we don't need. But I mean, I'm looking around in here. I guess everything we can just grind down and just use for parts, and we can just build from scratch. Yeah, probably better. So we're not really set up to do any of the other of the quarters section. We're living out of cryo tubes, which is hella uncomfortable. Okay, the oxygen tank, we'll salvage that. Let's salvage the H2O2 gen, and the rest of it scrap. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
We're going to lose the oxygen in here, but I don't feel like setting up an umbilical to drain it out. We got plenty of oxygen on board ship. So I'll grab the things we're going to salvage, and then the rest of it...
We need the tank, not the oxygen.
Yeah, that's right. And also this cargo container. Salvage that too. We can... I like to... Yeah, those are great for using underneath turrets as additional magazines. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to zip back to the ship with this. And I'm thinking maybe in this episode we should probably get ourselves back to that, get the goblin ground down, and then get back to that other area for the other salvage. The more salvage you leave lying around too, it increases the PCU content, which can create a bit of a problem for your spawning of new ships too.
Yeah, also, if I remember correctly, like, every, conveyor port that's not covered also, costs something or other.
Everything. Everything
apparently
costs
it affects
PCU.
Well, not so much it costs CPU, it's it also, your system has to calculate for every one of those that are, uncovered, and it has to, it adds to, not the PCU, but, the lag in your system.
Oh, yeah. Everything does. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this... and the reason why I'm saving these H2O2 gens and why I want to save the cargo pod, which I'm actually going to put, is because you can tear it down and use it for small grid. You don't even have to use it for this ship, and we need to get some more ships in place. We really do. Once they get this hangar bay open, you're going to want a fighter ship. I know you will.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right.
I definitely will be wanting to have something that I can fly and shoot.
Well, yeah, it's like, I was hoping, I know it's kind of a really ridiculous hope, but when I saw this building, the only thing I thought about was, wow, I wonder if there's a control center in there that we can hook up for the crew. And I'm like, no, of course not. It's a bunkhouse. Why would they have something like that? But still. And the Goblin is completely salvaged, so everything up there just needs to be ground down. If you get bored grinding that down, you're always welcome to grab the scrapper and grind up above if you want.
Right now I just gotta empty the pockets on the suit because it's a little full.
Yeah, and not only that, but we also need to empty out the storage capabilities of that shed too. I think there's stuff in. I think in the.
Oh, I
know in the
cleared
cargo
out the...
pod there is, but.
Yeah, the cargo pod's already cleared out. I've got everything in my pockets.
Crap. By the way, you'll notice there's bosun seats all over the outside of the ship because I kept setting one up every time I was trying to do some welding, and I was like, okay, I don't want to go back inside. I'm just going to set up a chair. You can set them up anywhere because they're not something that we necessarily have to salvage. So.
True. I mean, there's no computers in them.
And I am totally loving these cryopods to recharge in because it gets your H2 and O2 recharged too. It's like just, I love it. I never used to like cryopods. Now I love them. They're awesome. Okay, so on the Harbinger, there is 2 batteries I cannot find to hack. And so we have to be careful when we get our salvage in here that we don't, like, shoot the ship. Although it would be kind of handy. I would know where the batteries are if that was the case.
Very true. But as small as this is, I don't think there's room for any like hidden batteries unless they're like dug into the ground underneath the floor.
Well, I know, but yet nevertheless it shows. Oh, what's this? Oh, ice.
Oh, that's good.
The H2O2 gen had ice in it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw that into the scrapper. That way okay, that was weird. Wow, you are fast. Hands off to you for your speed grinding there.
No, I just double tapped the thing to make it just auto grind.
Still quick. I turn around and half the thing's gone. Wait, I think I'm gonna. I wonder if I should. You know what? The door. The door. Nope, it's a 2. So yeah, we can tear that down. We don't have to salvage the door. We can build them. So my plan with the Harbinger is if it turns out where we run into some stiff resistance somewhere, I don't know. I got really in this thought after I saw that drone attack several episodes ago. I've been really thinking about slapping some heavy armor plate on the outside of the Harbinger just as a extra insurance policy.
Well, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, but when you're strapping on heavy armor, you have to keep in mind your thrust, which is also why I wanted the hydrogen. But I've changed my plan. I'm not going to take the Harbinger into planetary atmosphere. Instead, the Harbinger is going to be a space-only ship, but the hydrogen is going to be extra propulsion because of the weight that will be involved. Like if you fill all these cargo pods, there's going to be some weight, and that is a concern. So that's what the hydrogen's going to be for, an extra propulsion. Just turn it on and get an extra boost. So, that being said, I salvaged the small turbines from the Gremlin so that we can tear those down and use those to make an atmospheric, like a planetary assault ship that we can drop down from orbit to check out the planet and take what we need, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be resources in there that we can't use.
Yeah.
That we can't, I mean, not we can't use, but that we can't get out here. You know, there's going to be stuff that you can only find on the planet.
Yeah. Now, did you want to salvage the beacon, or did you want to scrap the beacon?
Everything. Scrap it all. We don't need a
that.
beacon. If we need a beacon, we'll get it from another ship. I mean, unless you want to use it.
Well, I was just asking because it does require 10 computers.
All right, scrap it. Yeah, just scrap it. I'm sure we'll find another one. Worst case scenario, we can pull one of the antennas off of the Harbinger. I got a spare antenna in there. Well, wait a minute. Small grid antennas, if we're going to do small grid ships, we don't have to worry about it. Because small grid beacon antennas are under 3. That's the beauty of it. Really and truthfully, if you're doing small grid on a salvage like this, you can build a lot of the material that you can't build large grid, but you can build it small grid simply because the requirements for computer chips is less.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Although right now I'm a little bit focused on trying to find a seat.
Oh, you need a seat? Did you build one?
No, I was just hoping to find one of the ones you said you built, but I'm already at the...
There's one on the bow. Go to the bow.
I'm at the med bay. No, I'm already at the med bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe there's one on the bow. There's one on the dorsal section aft. There's one on the, I believe it's the port side midships.
It must be on the main frame, because I'm not seeing on that little...
It's exterior. It's exterior. I was working outside.
Yeah, I'm looking at the exterior.
I think it might be starboard, but I'm pretty sure it's port.
I'm not seeing anything on the port side.
Well, I might have moved it. I kind of sometimes moved them around when I was doing work.
Energy low.
Uh-oh. My energy is low. That's okay, I'm going to keep grinding until I'm about 10, then I'll shift back. I have to admit, it's a lot of fun using the scrapper on these scrap things. It's just so much fun. Just grind, grind, grind. It is, okay, so even when I get done and I get this ship where I want it, I'm still leaving the bow bosun chair because the view, oh my gosh. Okay, why did it change? Okay, Clang messed with us twice, incidentally. One, Clang made me back on my red suit, and I didn't want to be in my red suit. I got another suit, and it changed me back to red suit. But the other thing Clang did is it took the pod away. The salvage pod. It's gone.
No.
Yes, I logged in and it had disappeared completely.
I'm guessing it was the depowered sweep.
Yep. That's right. It is the depowered sweep that took care of it, and it was not happy at all.
I mean, I understand it for performance reasons, but there's times it gets a little bit of a pain in the butt.
I don't like it. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Like...
Well, I understand that, you know, if it's having to try and remember every single block that has ever been made, and you've got blocks that have been shot off and sent flying into deep space, and it's trying to remember every single one of those blocks and all those different trajectories, it's going to get a little complex real quick. So it's like, the game's like, to save on, you know, CPU and, you know, potentially not catch on fire,
all right,
let's get rid of some of the excess crap.
There, now I got my regular suit on. The suit I'm supposed to have on. Thank you very much. Ugh, frustrating. Might as well charge up. And heal because I did run into something. Alright, cool. Now that I'm back to my normal self and not the Clang-made alternate self. How's that grind going on? I see you're down to a platform.
Yep, just got 9 more to go.
Alright, cool. You go ahead and do that.
Oh, I'm gonna need to drop some stuff off because
I am going to zip over here to... What the hell? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, you took it off to do a... Yeah, okay, I got you. I see what you did.
Took what off what?
You're going in the back door down there, I see.
Yeah, there's a little spot underneath that leads right to a cargo container or
that's
something.
right. I forgot I did that. Yeah,
I was just trying to find like a small cargo container on the outside. I was hoping to find.
Yeah, there's plenty of those on the... If you go aft, there's some, but they're on the inside. They're not exterior. But there is a connector on the bottom you can load stuff in that goes directly into a cargo pod, so that's cool too. Alright, activating cargo thrusters. And we are clear and free to navigate. Ah, boy, that ship is just... She's coming together slowly. Very slowly, but she's coming together. I gotta thin out those side sponsons. And then fix the little things like where you're putting stuff in, that area needs to be readjusted. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, real life kind of pops in every now and then. Alright, I'm back. Let's see here. Okay, so got about another half an hour on this episode. Then I've got to unfortunately go take care of some stuff, so... Hey, Dusk, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, cool. I noticed you weren't moving, and I thought maybe you went back into cryosleep.
Oh, no, I was just trying to get some materials to finish building the side hangar airlock door.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, got about a half an hour left in case you didn't hear me and make the announcement, so...
You said an hour and a half left, or...?
About a half an hour. I got to get out of here in about a half hour. So, like I said, this episode was an unplanned episode. I normally wouldn't be available to do it, so...
Well, impromptu stuff happens, so...
Yeah.
Roll with the punches, as I like to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna help some folks try to get set up with a game system, so...
Ah.
Yeah, I got some family that, they're going to get their first game system, so they wanted my assistance in picking out the right one for the kind of games they like. So I said, okay, no problem. so I figure probably throw some stuff on and go out there and sort that here in a little bit.
Well, they want you to help, so
Oh yeah. Well,
might as well.
they're really grateful that I was, and I thought, you know what, you, when you got you only have like, you don't ever play games, like none of them play really games, and their little 7-year-old nephew is really looking forward to playing some games. He does some computer games at his friend's house, so he really wanted to be able to get a game system. So he knows I play games. He knows I play games on just about every system that's ever been created. So he wants my help. So what am I going to say,
Well, the way I look at it is they're leaning to your expertise. So I would take. I mean, not only is it like something you want to do because you care about them, but you also feel like they respect your opinion enough that they would care to ask.
Exactly. Oh, Sheriff's trying to get... this is not the right time for Sheriff to do this. I'm in the middle of this right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah, I know he wants to get in on the party, but I have a feeling, it's good. I haven't figured out how to be able to pause the broadcast at the same time as access the PlayStation messaging system. So that's why, like, earlier you were messaging me and I didn't answer because I was right in the middle of recording a session, and I have no idea, short of stopping the broadcast, how to do that. So
Yeah, well, does it pause the broadcast if you bring up the quick menu?
it brings up everything that's on my screen.
Ah.
So I can't really. So if I do that, then what's going to happen is the
People see all the private stuff you have.
Well, I'm not worried so much about that as much as that, because they're gonna, and it's, the conversations. Hey, that's a good idea. Why don't you invite him? You're part. You're
That's
not recording.
what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, just get him in on the action here for a little bit, even if it's a half an hour. I'd like to know where his ship is. Oh no. I think his ship's on the other side of the spiders.
Oh no. He's not going to be happy about that.
Not happy. He gets distracted. I don't want to get an SOS from him. Oh, by the way, just so that you're aware, one of my viewers did message in the comments about the SOS you saw. He suggested that it is probably a booby trap and that we should go and get med kits and plenty of weapons before we go and investigate that. So
smart comment.
Yeah, I agreed with him, and I don't know if we can make...
I didn't think of it being a booby trap. I mean, but now that when you said that, it clicks in my head. It's like, it's a web, an SOS. What's going to draw in a bunch of ships? An SOS.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
the bait of a trap. I can't believe I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't. I've seen it before, but Maydays and SOSs are a mixed bag because they can be a trap or they can be a knot. Let him know that depending upon how things go, definitely. I usually do 7 o'clock ish is usually when I do my streams for pretty much anything, unless I have a day where I have extra time, like today. And Pirate's Life is every Friday, unless life gets in the way.
Yeah. Well, you stream from I'm on the West Coast, so I'm gonna use my time. So from like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
I'm West Coast too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like 7 to 9 is when you stream?
Yeah, usually between 7 to 8, 7 to 9, depending upon how tired I am. Because, but on Friday nights I usually stream pretty late.
Well,
yeah.
I have Fridays open from 7 to 8.
Cool.
So I can actually become a regular if you'd like.
I'm cool with that. Okay, he just messaged me. He said he's going to be on at 7 hours and then bye. I don't think he understands the... we now have debris.
Where?
It's coming down from the Goblin. This is the problem when you're using a grinding ship. The power of the grinder is so strong that it will push away things that comes loose. And that's kind of the problem you have with these kind of ships.
Yeah, if you push too hard into it, your ship's force will apply to it, and then it goes flying.
That's kind of why a few things are missing.
And that's another life gone.
Did you die?
Yeah, apparently I was having a bit of a lag spike, and I thought I was flying through the airlock, and no, I was flying into the wall.
Oh, ouch, ouch. Gotta slow down, man. Gotta slow down.
Well, I wasn't even trying to go that fast. Apparently the game lagged when I was pushing forward, and it just thought I kept pushing forward.
The lag is the enemy of everything.
Yep.
I think, judging from his response, I think that he wasn't available to play. I think he just wanted to talk.
Ah. Well, I invited him to the party. I don't know why he didn't join.
He's probably doing something.
Ah. Or he might not have his headset right now.
Yeah, or he's in school right now. I'm not sure.
Well, if he's in school, then why is he trying to talk to you?
I mean, I don't know.
He should be studying.
I have no idea if he's what he's doing. He says he's going to talk later, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's sending it to the group chat.
Yeah, it comes up on my screen, and it usually shows up on the display, the recording, as a blank, blank thing. Oh. Okay, good. There's a reactor in here I'm trying to... Oh, by the way, I found some uranium, in case you didn't notice. The Harbinger has power.
I didn't know if it was from the uranium, like if you found some, or found some ore, or you just pointed the solar panel in the direction of the sun and called it good.
Yeah, my conveyor system on board isn't quite hooked up the way it should be, and so one of the cargo pods, the big one, had uranium in it. I wasn't even aware. Oh, he says he just got home and can't play till later, which tells me he's probably watching the live stream right now.
Yeah, that's why he's responding.
Hey, Sheriff, welcome. Sorry I can't respond, but I'll have to respond, in stream to your comments. Yeah, we're only
there's the chair.
This for a little bit longer. Yeah, there's a chair going by, so watch out.
No, I was saying there's a chair on the front of the ship.
Yeah, that's my bow bosun's chair. Really nice. I keep it there even though I haven't done any work in the bow for a while, just because it's such a good view.
Okay, that one does connect, so it works. I really like the whole idea of putting the sliding door in front of the missile launcher. That's really cool.
Yeah, I wanted gun ports. I was thinking in terms of, submarines.
Yeah, but on the other side of it, it also acts as a shielding system. So, between volleys, you can close it and keep it from taking damage.
Yeah, exactly. Or keep idiots from blowing up my missiles in their bay, so then they detonate and make a huge hole in my ship.
I would have it set up to be where, use an event controller or something to make it to be where when you close the doors, they turn off, so that way they can't be fired even on accident.
Ah, that's a smart idea. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll set up an event controller that, or a timer block or something that sets it up so that I can activate my torpedoes, so to speak, and open up the bays. And once they open, then they turn on. And then, yeah, I like that. I like a safety.
Yeah. It basically prevents it from firing when it's closed, so that way you don't have to worry about accidentally destroying the front of your ship.
You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I got plenty of iron. I think what I'm going to do is I am not going to salvage this entire goblin. It should despawn without any power anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the goblin back and hand grind anything that's not just an armor block. And then that way, because I just don't, first of all, I can probably use more blocks or more metal plate, but I've got like 18,000 in here right now, and that should be more than enough for now. And I don't want to spend the time doing that because I'm thinking we get this thing done this episode. Hopefully we have enough time. I'd like to get heading back towards where Sheriff is. That way he doesn't, because I know he's got weapon systems, and I know he's pretty badass with them, and he likes to shoot stuff up, but something about the spiders makes me nervous. And I think we need to exercise caution with those damn things.
Are we needing... Oh, one other question I have before I go any farther. Am I allowed to return components back to their base materials?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to disassemble some computers.
Cool.
Probably about, like, I think 30 should be enough to get me enough for glass.
You're trying to get glass? There's glass down here.
What
are you trying to... Yeah, there's lots of glass. There's like dozens and dozens of glass in the large cargo containers. But you know what we might want to do too?
They're probably not connected to the... Oh, yeah, that's why I'm not getting it. Okay. I kept seeing stuff, but I'm not like... It's like, where is it? Why can't I get it?
The conveyor system is totally screwed up on this ship, and I haven't even connected everything. So you kind of manually have to move things around. It kind of sucks, but that's kind of the way it is right now. Wow, we are so loaded. All right, rotate in place. See axis there. All right. Now, aft camera. Feel like I'm upside down. Because I am upside down. Wow, I actually came in here the correct way. Go figure. Okay, let's rotate again. I purposely made this landing bay big enough that any ship that's in here should be able to rotate. I don't want any kind of collision accidents. That would really suck. All right. Camera aft. Line it up. Okay. All right, let's take it back. Easy. Back. Alright, let's take a look and see where we're at before we go and do final hard dock. We are too high up. Alright. Now, forward just a hair. Aft camera. This first person flying is just something else.
Oh, yeah. But thankfully for me, because I prefer, because I like the realism of games. I like to actually kind of get lost in the game, so I choose not to fly in first person, so I put cameras all over my ship.
Yeah. And we have hard lock. Alright, cool. Now let's go ahead and, now that we've got hard lock and a lot of loud noise from the reactor, wow. That thing is loud. Holy crap. Alright. You know what? I think I want to make like a sleep ASMR with this sound of this reactor, though. I could see where it would lull you into sleep. Alright, where's my gyros? So for everybody watching, if you're new, just so you know, when you have subgrids attached to a main grid and they have gyroscopes on them or thrusters, turn them off, because otherwise it will fight with your ship. All right, outstanding. We've got good connect, and I can offload this stuff later. I'm not too worried about that. What are you up to there? Where are you at?
I just finished coating the rocket pods with their protection.
Outstanding.
So
thank you.
That way all of them are now welded up to 100%. So
Awesome.
Every rocket pod is covered.
Well, I'm working to get this all of the not metal armor plate off of this Gremlin, and then once the armor plate, once everything's off here, all the conveyors and stuff, then I'm gonna disconnect it from the merge block, and then we're getting out of here.
All right.
Got about, so yeah. Waste not, want not, right?
Very true.
All right, so I don't know that there's anything else. Oh, here's more connectors. I remember what there's a Proton cargo ship that still has some salvage left in it. And that's back at the other location, and I don't know that there's anything else. Alright, I am in here. I'm loaded up, so I gotta go dump this stuff off. So my plan too on this ship is to I'll move the dorsal gun batteries eventually, but actually, you know what? I'm just going to dump this ice in here too, because it just occurs to me the hydrogen is going to be pulled from the tanks, so it's no big deal. Alright, so is there anything else on here we need?
I'm not thinking there's anything. I'm just kind of like checking through, making sure there's no heavy armor blocks.
There isn't. Gremlins don't usually have heavy armor blocks.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm not seeing anything other than light armor, so like you said, we got plenty of steel. Is that part of the Gremlin, or no? I think it's part of your ship, isn't it?
What?
Oops. I thought this thing that was a frame here was something you were grinding down, because I heard the grinding.
No,
so I walked into it, started grinding, and I realized, wait a minute, that's on the underneath the merge block.
Yeah, that's the Harbinger piece that you're killing.
Yeah, I welded it back up as best I could. I mean, all the parts I took were put back.
The camouflage paint job, by the way, is due to Sheriff using this spot as a landing bay for a ship he got when we first started the series. That ship has long since been toasted and is drifting somewhere, who knows where. I tried to grind it, but it just ran away from my grinder, so. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grind down the merge block. Alright, we are no longer attached to the Gremlins, so I'm going to get out of here. I think everything's secure. I don't believe there's anything loose. We do need to get some weapons, some hand weapons taken care of. I also want to know if we have the capability to manufacture med kits.
Let me check. Go over to equipment.
Alright, so I'm going to guess, since you are aligned with the, you're within the, if I move, you're not going to, like, you dampen to the ship, right?
I'm dampened, but when you turn, it doesn't, I don't move with the turn. So I'm just going to mag lock down. Well, what the heck?
What? You okay?
Mag locked and suddenly started floating away.
That's because I started dropping down. Okay, stand by for acceleration.
Copy.
Okay, we're going to make sure all weapon systems are active. Gatlin 1, armed. Gatlin 2, armed. 3, armed. 4, armed. 5, armed. 6, armed. 7, armed. 8, armed. And 9 are armed. All Gatling guns are armed. Let's go ahead and run down. We're not using gravity because I don't want to take away from our power situation. I don't know, the reactor's running low on uranium right now, so
yeah, it's medical components we are unable to make at the current time due to the fact that we do not have silver.
Yeah, we do. We got silver. You just got to break it out of some of the materials we got in the down below.
Oh, okay. I'm just reporting what the assembler is telling me.
All rocket launchers are being turned off until I get them set up with the gun ports. So, and incidentally, if you're curious, I've got 10 torpedo bays on board this ship. We got a lot of firepower. However, rocket turret on is armed, so that we can do that. All right. So, here we go. We got to go back and see if we can't find Sheriff. Where is my markers? Ah, shit. I believe I just hit the Gremlin. I am not clear of that thing, am I? I have no visual on the Gremlin, so I cannot tell if I'm clear from it, so we're gonna continue to thrust down, and then we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. Unfortunately, we have to go straight, which means we're going to have to get closer to those stupid webs. How you doing back there?
I'm doing all right.
You're not?
I said I'm doing all right.
Oh, okay.
Also, you had left the inertia dampeners on in the little scrapper.
Oh, yeah, but the gyros are off, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about, like, as you're moving forward, like, you know, the reverse thrust trying to slow itself down because it's trying to reach an equilibrium of zero movement. And you're trying to go forward, it's trying to stop going forward, so...
Yeah. We're
basically counter force, wasting energy.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. The reactor's out of fuel. Back to battery power again.
Well, why don't we just plumb up some of these hydrogen tanks to the hydrogen thrusters?
Yeah, we could do that, I suppose.
I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult.
Unfortunately, it's also time for me to call it, so...
Alright, I will jump into CrowdPod.
Sorry to do this to you, everybody, but hey. We do have to tidy up this episode. It's a little bit of a short episode. We'll have a longer episode later. You know. But I want to see where the hell that goblin debris is. If it's still anywhere near us. Shouldn't be. Nope, it's not. It's over there floating over the rock. Good. Alright. Well, thanks, Dusk. Sorry it's such a short episode for you.
It's alright. I'll be here tonight.
Alright, so I'll let you know how things go as far as, you know, what happens tonight. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Again, leave comments in the comment section. I always respond to them. Of course, like and subscribe if that's what you want to keep watching this stuff. We have a lot coming up, a lot of adventure. We still have to get by the web. We still have to rendezvous with Sheriff wherever his stuff is. We have extra salvage. We need to get cleared up all the material from that. We still need to accomplish our objectives. We need to investigate the web and see what the SOS is about. And find an economy station. So much more to come. Thank you so much for joining us. Till
Bye.
next
Have a
time,
beautiful time.
keep building and stay safe, everyone.